Since the 1970s, merchandise has become a big part of major blockbusters and franchises, proving to be a reliable source of income that doubles box office returns. Marvel has become a powerhouse in the entertainment industry, branching out from comic books to record-breaking films. Hulk was one of the most anticipated films of 2003, with its licensing being the largest for a Marvel movie up to that point. Toys are the most profitable in cases like this, but rarely do they ever catch the attention of anyone beyond children. However, one toy captured everyone's imagination and remains a staple in the Hulk's history: Hulk hands.
I got Hulk hands! I see that you got Hulk hands!
In the early 1990s, Marvel Entertainment struck a deal with Toy Biz for 46% of the toy manufacturer's equity in exchange for an exclusive, perpetual, royalty-free license to produce Marvel toys. By 1998, Toy Biz merged with Marvel Entertainment to save the company from bankruptcy, forming a new establishment known as Marvel Enterprises. Toy Biz was recognized as the Marvel toy brand, producing action figures and accessories until 2006, when Marvel signed a 5-year deal with Hasbro to produce Marvel toys and games. Without the Marvel license, Toy Biz struggled to make a profit, eventually shutting down in late 2007. Although gone, Toy Biz is not forgotten, as the company is fondly remembered thanks to its innovative and creative toys. One of which is the Spider-Man Web Blaster, a role-playing toy that simulated Spider-Man's web shooters with a can of silly string. Two colleagues at Toy Biz, Jesse Falcon and Damon Nee, became aware of how much the toy resonated with children, and its growing success. Following the release of 2002's Spider-Man, a revamped version of the Web Blaster became one of the highest-selling toys of that year. Such a success led to Nee and Falcon wanting to deliver a similar experience for another character, who was soon to make their big screen debut.
We're gonna have to watch that temper of yours.
The Incredible Hulk isn't really known for having accessories of any kind, so it's always been tricky for toy manufacturers to create Hulk-related accessories that weren't odd. Damon Nee began thinking about ways the team could provide a roleplay toy that made sense for the character. CEO of Toy Biz at the time, Alan Fine, offered an idea that was so simple. Why not make a giant hand? His power is who he is, and I was thinking, like, what if he had great big hands that made you feel that you're powerful like the Hulk? I was originally thinking about inflatables, and the more we talked about it, we realized, what if it was foam? What if it was something that had a little more ability to hold detail, and it felt a little more true to the character? And then we were like, what if it made sound when you smash it together? You get Hulk smash and crashing sounds. And that was it. Like, that's the item. After a brief meeting, Damon Nee worked with the draftsman to figure out what the toy would look like and the perfect size before producing a prototype. Jesse Falcon would be responsible for the Hulk's voice, as the team was a small group with limited resources. Besides, Jesse Falcon was already a performer who had experience in voice acting. Once the first model was complete, the team knew what they created was special. The power everyone felt in trying on the toy could not be underestimated. They truly felt like the Hulk.
Hulk smash! The power of the Hulk can be yours when you need it with Hulk hands. Hulk hands, hear them roar. With all the thunderous sounds of the Hulk built in. The power of the Hulk is in your hands.
I've got the power of the Hulk in my hands, and I like it!
Hulk hands with real Hulk sounds. Is there a Hulk in you?
The electronic Hulk hands hit shelves in early 2003 and became an immediate success. By March, it had already outsold the Spider-Man Web Blaster and was in such high demand that smaller stores began stocking up. A Toys R Us in West Hartford, Connecticut reported selling an average of 30 to 40 sets of Hulk hands each week since February. The toy was originally released in open packaging that unfortunately allowed everyone to easily damage the item or steal it. So toward the end of the year, the toy was relaunched with closed packaging. 2 more releases followed, one of them bundled with the electronic Hulk mask, while the other was slightly tweaked to become a part of the Hulk Classics line. However, that isn't where the changes stopped, as many Hulk cans were produced with softer foam, without a Hulk logo branded on the back of the fists. Hulk cans reigned supreme throughout 2003, being worn by everyone and appearing everywhere. Some people even came up with the idea of using them as koozies, which became popular enough to the point where copies are still produced today. Unfortunately, not everyone was on the Hulk cans craze, as certain parents and watchdog groups thought the toy encouraged aggressiveness in children. They've been selling like hotcakes here. They're just like boxing gloves pretty much. I think they would encourage violence. It all depends on what parents think is violent. But for selling them, a lot of that comic book stuff is hot right now. Toy Biz was already aware of how the toy would be used and added a warning label on the box, and fists for liability. But of course, no one paid attention.
There's even these giant fists that you can put your hand in.
Teach people how to beat the crap out of each other.
Right.
They sent some to my house, and my 4-year-old boy immediately picked them up and proceeded to beat the crap out of my 1-year-old daughter.
Right.
And
after the Hulk cans' huge success, other companies rushed to capitalize off the idea with different characters and franchises. In 2005, Toy Biz released the Electronic Thing Hands and Electronic Thing Feet to coincide with the Fantastic Four movie. Although both items didn't take off the same way the Hulk hands did. When Hasbro took over, it produced an all-new pair of Hulk hands for the Incredible Hulk movie, this time with soft fabric. In 2012, Hulk hands returned to their foam roots, but were reduced in size and lacked electronic sound effects. It has remained this way since, with a few variants, including gripping fists and a brief return of electronic sound effects for the Thor Ragnarok series. Beyond the toy industry, Toy Biz's Hulk cans left a mark on pop culture as a whole, appearing in movies, shows, and games. And while the toy has lost its spirit since its heyday, many people still reminisce on the phenomenon that swept 2003. Jesse Falcon, Damon Lee, and the rest of Toy Biz created something special, and helped shape the childhoods of kids as it helped form the best of memories with adults.